Hi, and welcome back to Yoga with Tim. Forward folding, you have to do it in yoga, so let's make sure that we're doing it well. Now, often when people first come to yoga, because of immobility in the hamstrings, the buttocks, and the back muscles, there's a tendency for the spine to resist forward folding. My spine was like this. When I first started yoga, I came to class and I was like, okay, let's see if we can fold forward. So, Stacy, would you mind showing us what a good Uttanasana looks like? She's just gonna bust out into this really deep forward. Oh my gosh. Some people get all the luck. No, I think she probably worked a little bit for this. Okay, so it can start to change over time. Now, if you're more in the situation like what I showed, then I'm gonna recommend that instead of having your legs locked, you'll bend your knees. So the knees bending will help the spine to release and to lengthen. Then when you make a flat back, like when we're going through a sun salutation, so show us what a flat back would look like with someone that has straight legs that is inflexible. I don't know if you could do that one. Yeah. You're just too good at it. Okay, but if you're the hunchback, like I am, then you can elevate the hands on either the shins or on blocks, and even bend the knees if you need to get this part of the spine to go into length, so that you're getting a nice even length and extension through the whole spine. Now that's important because over time it's going to make those paraspinals and erector spinae muscles healthier, so that they'll support you through all of the poses, through the standing poses and everything else that we do in yoga. Now, Stacy, go back into the forward fold for a moment. And then show them just a little bit more bend in the knees so you can see. So even with a deep bend in the knees, it's better to get the extension than it is for me to try to work with straight legs. If I bend my knees, then I can release and move into the forward fold. Let's just show them also, let's see what would it look like if you have one leg forward, like for Parsvottanasana. So right leg forward, left leg back. Okay, so there's a couple different things that you could do. If you got the hunch back, you could either put blocks under your hands and work on the flat back, which to me is more important, just getting this initial flat back length than to trying to go into the deep forward fold, especially if you haven't already achieved the legs lengthening and supporting this flat back spine. So you can bring your hands up onto blocks, or if you're very tight, you could bring the hands onto the seat of a chair and work that way. That's actually how I would teach the pose to a brand new raw beginner that has very stiff hamstrings, make them go on a chair back and forth. And then so if you don't have a chair, I was gonna say if you don't have a chair at home, who doesn't have a chair at home? Somebody's gonna comment they got a chair at home. Change legs, Stacy, other foot forward. Okay, so what's important here is that you're using the press of the hands to activate so your arms and your legs can help to give your spine feedback to lengthen. Now that's not natural because when most of us come into the yoga practice, our legs are inherently tamasic, which means that they're dull. We tend to slouch into the legs aren't turned on. So what we're doing in this pose is teaching the legs to turn on to support the length of the spine. So really important that you're able to do that. And if you're not sure, if you're like, well, which one am I? You could just take a picture. There's this thing called Craigslist, and I'm sure you could find somebody on there that will come take pictures of you. And maybe they won't even charge you anything. They just want you to do something weird. I don't know how that works. Okay, but that's it. So if you enjoyed today's video, you found it helpful, you learned something, then leave a comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see next time. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like my status. Okay, thank you. Have a great day.